We're here. Welcome to another episode of Catch Me After 5. Episode 6. I promise you it's episode 7, but they saying episode 6.
No, you said episode 6.
Right. And I'm here with a guest, but before I introduce her, I gotta always go after our co-host that I'm so honored to have sticking with me throughout all these episodes. So who do I got to my left?
Val.
Your girl shows.
We do this all the time. Give him some energy. Val what?
Val Versa.
I don't have a second name. So
Yep.
I'm not sure.
Yep. So we have a topic here, right? And the topic is really dope. So pretty much it's power women. Are men intimidated by their rise? What this means for modern love and power plays. Now, I got to introduce the guests and everything. But Shell and Val, when I started, Shell and Val was like, who's Akira? And everything. I even tried to Google Akira. She got everything on private.
Sure do.
I ain't mad at that.
She has everything on private, but I'm just going to talk from my experience of why I was just so anxious and intrigued to just try to get her on the show and everything. When Akira walks in the room, she demands attention without even trying. When Akira walks in the room, no matter if it's like someone above her in the work field, if it's someone that literally think they know more than her and all other stuff, her aura and everything will let you know, like, hey, I'm on your level, regardless of where you at in life, education-wise, experience-wise, and everything. So I'm being long with it, but one time I was wondering, I work in the same field as her, and I had someone, I had a lot of people come into my office during summertime, and I thought it was because I was the man. And literally because I had this person in my office, when I say different type of people, married women, single women, married men, single men, moms and everybody. Everybody wanted to be in my office, and I literally thought it was because of me. No, it was not because of me. So please give a warm welcome for Akira as our guest host.
Thank
Welcome.
Thank you. Thank you for coming.
Yes. So, okay, so our topic, right?
Mm-hmm.
We getting right into it. Oh, let me say this right now too while this is going. We have a segment called Ask Akira. So we're expecting random phone calls to happen. We're going to segue to that, then we'll get right back to topic. So, power women versus powerful women. Shell, would you like to read what we put together, what we think?
Yes, what we think, I guess power women are independent, self-sufficient, doesn't rely on partner for provision, makes her own way.
Yeah, I like that too.
I agree. Yeah, definitely.
And powerful women, Val.
Yes, holds influence through leadership, traditional roles or status, CEO, politician, matriarch. I think I said that word.
Matriarch.
No, you got it.
Etc.
So we're going to discuss these labels and pretty much how these labels affect relationships and attraction. Next slide. All right. So these are the questions that we're going to open up. And it's not about me talking. It's about you guys here at the gym, Akira talking, because literally before we started recording, Akira's just giving everybody game about everything. Food.
We got
all
a
this
couple
other
recipes.
Stuff.
Like, that's a fact.
Yeah. So I'm just going to, I guess we could just take turns on the 3 questions, but I'm going to read the first one, then let it just go. All right.
Yeah.
What really makes a woman a power woman versus a powerful woman? And does these labels even matter?
I like that. Does these labels even matter?
I'll say to an insecure man, they matter.
Love that.
I think the general consensus should be they don't matter.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you like who you like, you appreciate who you appreciate. There's always room for intelligent conversation and the ability to learn from one another. I think you run into conflict when you have insecure folks and they don't like your confidence. And they try to pick away at that. So I don't think they should matter. Some folks, they do, though.
Yeah.
What really makes a woman a power woman?
In my opinion.
In your opinion. I know we just got finished defining it.
No, in my opinion, I agree with the definition that you guys have stated. But I think, it's also owning what makes you you. I don't think there's a one size fits all. But I think if you're comfortable in who you are and what you bring to the table, not necessarily in a relationship, just in general, whether it's your career field, whether it's to your family, I think that allows you to live within your power.
Love that.
All right. So, what would you say the definition of a powerful woman?
I think powerful it does translate to the influence. I think it's the amount of people that you do tend to reach. Because you can be, have power within your own family dynamic or your immediate circle. But I think if you choose to make sure that influence reaches beyond that,
Yeah.
I think that matters too. But I think all of it is important. Even, whether it's, 5 people, 10 people, 100,000 people, it matters. And word of mouth is everything. So even if you have 5 people that you reach, those 5 people might tell another 5 people like their interactions with you or what you have done for them. And it still just trickles, but I think it trickles a little bit slower, if that makes sense.
Okay. It makes sense.
Maybe I'm asking this, in a different way. Does your employer, like your position, play a role in a powerful woman?
Oh no, I'm me all day, every day.
I was about to say I can answer that for her. She don't answer it the right way.
I genuinely love my direct supervisor, who I work with. He respects my thought process, what I bring to the table, what my strengths are. He has his thing, he understands that, and I have my thing. There's things where he has to tag out. He's like, "Oh no, this is all you." And there's times when I got to tag out. I'm like, "No, this is your people. You got it," because I'm not doing it. And I think it works. I don't do well with micromanaging. None of us. I don't work well like that. I don't need you on my back. I'm gonna do it the way I see fit and the way that I think is going to have the best result.
Right.
And if you don't trust me to do that, then we're not together. That's it. And it's okay.
Right.
Like, I'm not offended.
Right.
You have your personality. You might be type A, whatever the case might be. Cool. We just don't work together well. And
that's
I hear
fine.
you.
Right.
And I just need to move elsewhere.
Yeah.
Like, feel like just getting their feelings about it when it's not that big of a deal to me.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Agree with that.
All right. Go ahead, Shab.
So why do you think someone feels challenged by women with power? Is it intimidation, or you think it's just like
Clearly I don't, 'cause you're here.
outdated thinking? Like, why do you think some men feel like intimidated by women?
They haven't gone to therapy. That's not one.
A man with a fragile ego is
probably
dangerous.
mommy issues there.
Yeah.
They haven't poured into themselves. They're not comfortable with their whole self yet. This notion to be needed doesn't make sense to me. For me, I think the best bet would be to want to be wanted, because when you're needed, that's like this codependency.
The need is crazy.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
I
yeah.
don't want that. I want you to choose
me.
I don't want you to have to need me because you can't function X, Y. Like,
I just had this conversation with
I don't want that. That's
a table
so
full of women.
uncomfortable.
The difference between needs and wants. And,
That's uncomfortable.
Oh,
it
man.
is. No, that's
it's uncomfortable.
It's a fact.
There's like an obligatory thing that exists within that.
Yeah, yeah.
When somebody needs you, it's like, oh, I gotta
The
do this.
pressure is wild.
Right.
Yeah,
it's a pressure.
Yeah, the pressure
I
is
don't want
wild. Yeah,
I don't want it. My kids need me.
That's a fact.
Bars.
That's a fact.
Bars.
As an
That's
adult,
a fact.
as an adult,
Yeah,
I want you to want me.
Yeah,
Like, I already have responsibilities. I already have obligations. I want something to be less burdensome. So yeah.
Oh my God!
I think,
I'm telling you, I just
so
had this
I was
conversation.
say, what was that
Akira,
combo like?
But oh my God, I was going to, a different direction between the wants and needs, because a want can mean like an object, like, okay, I want the latest phone, or I want the latest outfit. I want that's it's objectifying someone.
Yeah.
But a need is kind of like you need that person in your life. So I was doing the complete opposite. So I'm like, from hearing from your perspective of it is.
Yeah,
I'm like, wait a minute now.
Because
it's a
want
lot
is
of
like
pressure.
want is like a desire.
Right. You're choosing that route.
Yes.
It
Yes.
comes with, like you said, additional pressure.
Yeah.
You need me.
Yeah.
So now, even though I may fuck with you,
Yeah.
now I got to think about the fact, if it wasn't working for me, how do I affect you? Because now you need me and you're dependent on me. And if I leave you, or I just want to shift our relationship. Now I got to deal with the fallout
The
from
emotions that come
Yeah,
behind
yeah.
that. That's
Wait, what
like-
you mean by shift your relationship?
because I don't think
I'm just making sure you're not saying open relationship.
no. It I don't judge anything.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
not for nothing. If you
Yeah.
have an open relationship and it's
Let's go. Akira.
Work-
it
Working
has
for
a
you.
level
Let's
of
go.
morality
Right.
Yeah, yeah.
and there's a level of agreement. Who am I? It don't affect me.
Right.
It don't pay my bills.
Uh-huh.
It doesn't affect the way my children are raised.
Hmm.
Not for nothing. It's just a topic to discuss and be like, oh, that's interesting.
Yeah.
I don't know everything about everything, but I try to know a little about a little bit.
Right,
Yeah.
You know
right,
what I'm
right.
saying?
So just explain. So just explain shift.
So there might be a shift. Maybe we don't work romantically together, right?
Right.
Mhm.
But we do see community the thing. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So maybe we can do a lot of community work together. We don't have to be romantically involved, but we see this thing exactly the same. We understand each other 100%.
Facts.
So it might shift. So I'll support you in all those endeavors, but romantically, it just doesn't work.
Mhm.
Mm.
So she's basically saying,
Is she?
Oh.
Like, what?
What? I'm saying what?
Right.
"Oh, I heard romantically, not intimacy."
But I mean, romantically just means additional responsibility, like that care for that person.
Yeah.
Right.
Like, I don't have to be like, hey, did you eat today? Or, you know what? It's Valentine's Day. I need to buy you something to make you feel special.
Mm.
Ooh,
It
that's
just
next
shifts
level.
things,
Mm-hmm.
you know? I can still care about you deeply. I can still pour into you as a friend, but it just means there isn't any intimacy. I'm not trying to
now we're
build
there.
a life or family with you.
Right.
It just shifts. You
That's
know, it doesn't have to be
interestingly-
a clean break. And for some people, that's what it is. It needs to be a clean
Right.
break because it's too confusing, and I get that too. So I think that sometimes in certain relationships, sometimes you need like a 6-month period where you just kind of need to be free of each other and then just figure out how to interact in a different space, just depending on where you are.
Mm.
Some people
Where you
on
are in the relationship.
Huh?
Where you are in the relationship.
Right.
Right.
So sometimes it happens that way, or some people can just automatically make that shift where it's just like, yo, you been my nigga for that long.
Right.
Facts.
Like, I can't see my life with you, so we're gonna make this shift.
Word.
And
So
and
we're talking about shifting. Do you think power shifts attraction? Do traditional gender roles still hold the weight? Do you like?
I think it's just based on what people want, right?
Mm,
I've heard from like older married couples. No, I don't need him, but I always want to make him feel like a man. So it might be along the lines of I can do it.
Interesting.
I can do it by myself. So because
mm.
I'm more emotionally intelligent, I'll
Isn't-
allow him.
More emotionally intelligent.
I'll
That's a
allow him
fact.
to feel as if I need all these things, or
Mhm.
I can't do without.
But that can
with-
become, emotionally draining.
It's a choice though. As the more emotionally intelligent person, you can.
Mhm.
Do you
Right.
choose to take that route,
Mm-hmm.
or do you take another route?
bars.
That
Mm.
it's just up to you,
Yeah.
really and truly. And this woman was like married for a long period of time. She's like, I just let him do his thing because it
Right.
makes him feel like a man, and that makes our relationship work.
All right.
Me, not so much. Where, depending on what's said to me, a flaw of mine, but I laugh about it with my partner. I get hyper independent.
All right, we got
Okay.
an interruption. Hello. Welcome to Akira.
Hey, I'm Shirley.
Oh, all right. What's your question for Akira? Akira been hitting us with so much gems to the point where I was mad immature making jokes and stuff.
stuff.
How do you find your career? And if you haven't, did you stop searching or how did you become content with what you're doing?
For me, I knew when I was like 5. Like, I wanted to be a teacher. Quite a few family members that worked in the education fields, and selfishly so, I just wanted to be a teacher because you got to write on the chalkboard. That's kind of telling my age. You got to write on the chalkboard, and you got the entire summer off. Who wouldn't want that job? Summers off, not 2 weeks for the year,
Mm.
and you got
Right.
to write on the chalkboard. That was the thing. As I grew older, I just recognized I had a gift. Some people have a natural gift with children. And I did.
Right.
I like to be around children.
Did you ever doubt yourself? Like doubt yourself into getting into that?
No, I've
No.
always had the
Oh,
gift. Like I've always been
wow.
like, they'll call me like the baby sleeper or whatever. Like it was always a nickname. When I worked in a shelter in a daycare center, I used to work with a male coworker, and he would like pay me $2 to do certain things because he didn't want to do them, and I was just better at it. So I think I just had
Okay.
the natural nurturer thing. And kids are full of life. They keep you young, and you learn from them, and they're hilarious.
So
It,
for our
Right.
caller, right? What would you encourage
Mhm.
her? Because not to put you on blast, I feel like you're probably asking for yourself as well, right? So I'm gonna feed
Right.
off of the doubt thing. What would you do to tell her in reference in the field of knowing where she's going in the career field and everything, and what to do when you have doubt?
well, I mean, if you're having doubt, for me, my question would be: is it your passion?
I'm going to
Right.
church
Is
tomorrow.
what you're doing your
Mm.
passion?
That's what
Because I
I'm
feel like
saying.
if it's your
Because
passion,
you're doubting for a reason.
right,
Right.
right.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're having some doubt, like, is it your passion, or is it something you just ended up
Want to
being good
do.
at,
Mhm.
and you're just kind of sticking with it? Because you can
Gotcha.
always make money in some way, form, or fashion with your passion. It's just
Right.
about figuring out a way to do so. And I know entrepreneurship can be hard. It is a long road, but I think partnering with people that are in that field or that just know how to build businesses can kind of help you segue into something that won't have you doubting yourself.
Right. Gotta always remember. Got to.
Right.
You can ask a follow-up
Okay.
question. We got a little bit more time.
I'm trying to think. Hold on.
You want relationship advice? She's a master at relationships.
I wouldn't say that. I'll just say I'm experienced. I'm experienced.
No, not really relationship advice. I'm not in a relationship, so no. No, I can't really think of nothing.
Okay.
I'm trying to
Right.
think.
Right.
Go ahead. It looked like you got something.
Yeah. No, I'm good. No, I'm good. I can't
Yes,
think of
we
that
thank you for
either.
calling in and
That's a
everything
fact.
and all that stuff. You sound young, so like literally, please take those gems that Akira gave you and everything, and like pretty much Akira over here got me
Run
being
with it.
immature, and I'm mad old.
Don't, I'm not taking that. Don't do that. Don't do that.
So the
I
only
mean,
reason,
taking
and,
that
and
on
let me tell you
yourself.
this: the only
Vice
reason why I'm being
versa.
immature because she's triggering me, like she's making me. I'm like, dang,
It
you're not
always be the
powerful.
ones that
I'm
bring
not-
it out of you.
You're not a woman.
Wait, say that again.
That too.
It always be those ones that bring that out of you. They're
Yep.
more mature, but it bring out the immature in you.
Yep, and that's me, mad old, being immature right now during this podcast. So
At his
thank you so
big
much for
age.
calling. We greatly appreciate your time. I mean, you taking the time to reach out to Catch Me After 5. And Akira, I would tell you to follow Akira, but Akira believes in not letting people follow her. She keeps her life
I
private.
mean, that's her thing. That's her thing. That's good. You gotta have
people are
boundaries.
nosy.
All right, I'll
For
let
no
her breathe.
reason.
There
I'll
it
let her
is.
breathe. All right, you have a good one. Thank you for calling in.
Thank you,
You
Charlize.
too.
Thank
Bye.
you.
Bye.
Hello, welcome to Ask Akira. You can rename anonymous
With
or
the
you can say your
jingle.
name.
We got to use that.
Okay, so I think I'm gonna prefer to stay anonymous
Okay.
because I want to talk my shit.
Oh, talk your shit.
Okay.
Okay, so what's the topic for today?
Power women versus powerful women. Like we was just defining and breaking it down, but most of all, Akira was just going through the topic, pretty much just letting us know why men don't accept power women and everything. That's where we at right now, and we just been feeding off of everything she's been saying, sitting there, Alex, been putting my tail between my legs to the point where I start joking in an immature way.
Okay, so powerful women, right? Well, I don't have an issue with powerful women. I like, especially with like, just to use the last election that just happened, right?
Mhm.
You know, we have these smart, capable women that are in office that we can actually look to lean on, but it's the men that actually have that give the combativeness to it. where they're not able to make that next step. We have Elizabeth Warren, another candidate that was there before, very smart and capable woman,
Yeah.
overshadowed. Hillary, with all her imperfections, very smart woman, but we just can't get past that. Um, but I also see that as just that's just literally like the patriarchy. That's the men that's out there that just really are just intimidated by that and not allowing that to happen. But think about most of the women in our life. They're all smart and capable. They're all nurturing and can give us and make us feel, wanted and needed, and also teach us how to learn. Like most of the powerful women in the world, that's just most of the people in the world. They're all influenced by powerful women.
All right.
You know, and Shell, another
So
powerful woman, right?
she is.
Yeah, she is.
So do you have a question, or was it more of a
Talk your shit.
statement of talking your shit?
Oh yeah, I want to talk my shit because like I needed this to happen. Let's talk about it. Why are men so intimidated by women,
She
by
right.
powerful women?
Do you want the men to answer that, or do you want Akira to answer that?
I want Akira to answer that. I want to see what her perspective of that is.
Well, I mean, as mentioned before, it's a level of insecurity that exists within men.
Yeah.
They know they're not operating as their best selves, or their mediocrity has been accepted for a very, very long time.
Go on.
So pushing
Go on.
past that is more of a challenge than blaming a strong, independent woman.
Hmm?
It's easy to point the finger than to self-reflect and just do better.
Oh, oh, yes.
Get her out of here.
Yes.
Do you feel like in the Black community that we always have to uplift, like the narrative is always to uplift Black men all the time?
Mm-hmm.
A good chunk of the time, I think the confusing part for me is a good chunk of Black men have been raised by strong Black women, and they will praise their mothers to the gods. Okay,
Yep.
but then
Treat
when
a
they
woman.
encounter a partner in a relationship, it becomes problematic.
Yeah.
So I've never understood that aspect of things, where they can appreciate their mother and understand the sacrifices, things that their mother has done, but then will turn right around and be mad at a partner for not dimming their light to make them feel better.
Oof.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
There it is.
Ooh.
Thank
you so much.
Again, it's baffling to
For a
me.
lot of
That's
us,
a
like, Jesus
fact.
Christ.
It's a fact.
Bars.
Oh my goodness, guys! Thank you so much for this opportunity.
No, thank
Yeah.
you.
Akira, that was
Yes.
great. That was great.
No, that's a
All
fact.
right, I
Thank
love you
for your
guys. I gotta
support.
get up
Catch
out
me
of
after
here.
5.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, that was crazy. You know what? I kind of want to take a break and like give Akira 2 more shots so she can be off her game.
What?
She's over here shutting it down.
Nah, that's a fact.
Shutting it
And she
down,
should.
down.
That's what we're
Go ahead, Shal.
doing.
I'm sorry. Go ahead, Shal.
I said that she should. That's what we're doing. That's what we're
Oh, all right.
getting understanding out of this situation. But we're in a segment to where we will we'll show pictures of well-known female celebrities that are power women or powerful women or public figures and things like that. We'll discuss whether they fit the power woman and powerful woman category and why. We got Beyonce.
We got
Who
Maya
wanted-
Angelou.
We got Mama, y'all. We got Mother.
Maya Angelou.
Yes.
Tina Turner.
Yes.
Nina Simone.
Yup.
Mhm.
Simone Biles.
Yep,
We got Michelle Obama.
absolutely.
Tuh.
So where do we want to start, Shal?
Let's start with Michelle Obama.
Powerful.
Tuh.
Powerful woman.
Powerful.
I agree.
Powerful.
I'm being
Walks in the room, you see her power.
Right.
So I
Yeah.
guess she could be. I guess she could be both.
So I seen a clip when Obama first year of being a president. They was at a president's funeral, and there was someone that didn't have the did you say melanin earlier behind the scenes as us that was sitting next to President Obama, and then they show another clip of the swap. So Obama knew he messed up. He was joking.
Yeah, I remember that.
The next clip was just, yep. Now I gotta sit here.
Like, why would you do that?
Wait. Now I gotta be your mother.
No,
I think it was more
Not
so.
be your
I don't
mother.
think think she cared.
I don't
right?
think. Yeah, I don't think it was
she
anything
personally
behind
cared,
it.
but she was like, all these folks is taking pictures. Why would you be kikiing with
With
this
my-
woman?
Because she's white.
While
Yeah.
I'm sitting
Exactly.
right here,
She's
it wouldn't
white.
matter whether she
They-
was white, black,
Yeah,
or whatever.
yeah.
It's just like, do you know what the narrative is going to be? That was
Exactly.
a stupid decision.
Yep.
Now I got to sit here.
No,
Like, why would you do that?
That's
And so I think when she got home, she was probably like, that was dumb.
think
That was just dumb. You know better. Yes, you're personable. Great.
great,
Yay.
got it.
But why
Yep.
would you do that? Because the first thing they're going to say is what?
Yeah,
They just
that's a
waiting for
fact.
something.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
that was
It
just
just need
that
a little
wasn't
bit to
smart.
take them
especially
out.
from a
Like,
black man.
Right.
That's
Yeah.
a fact.
They literally had
Especially-
to run 2 campaigns with nothing. I think the most egregious thing was Obama wore a tan suit. Yay. Like,
Oh,
I was so
my
pissed
God.
off about
but
that.
there was no anything else.
All right, Val, who we got next?
Queen B, Beyonce.
Queen B.
Is she
powerful.
powerful? Or,
She is
no,
powerful.
Are you kidding me? The Beehive gonna find out
Yo.
when you live,
She's
and they gonna
powerful.
send death threats.
Is it
She's
possible to be a
powerful.
combination of both? To me,
Is she
I
not
think
the
it's a
first woman to take over R&B, pop, and country?
on the level of Michael though?
Like,
on the level
stop
of Michael
it.
Jackson.
She's a great
Like,
performer.
stop it.
Like
Country.
She's
Right? Stop.
she's everything.
Like, stop it.
The only thing that I'm
Okay.
gonna say, because I'd be remiss if I didn't say it,
Uh-huh.
they do things quietly.
I love that.
They're also smart enough to do things where they always cash it, and that can seem disingenuous.
Yes.
Mm. Okay.
Oh, Jay-Z cheated on me. I'm gonna make the Lemonade out.
Becky with the good hair.
He gonna make the 444.
that's my favorite
It-
album.
it's a
of
really
whole.
good album. I can't
That's
lie.
my favorite
I
album.
mean,
of
that's-
whole.
Jay-Z was
It's a-
just apologizing
I mean,
like
it's
crazy in
not,
so many
bro.
ways on that album.
No,
I'm
but-
sorry.
Yes, but
white girl
That
this,
was like a
white girl
therapy album
that.
for Hove. Like I
I'm a whole fan.
But their art is how they get out some of
Right,
their
like,
troubles
bro,
and
No,
things
I don't,
like
I don't,
that,
I
right?
don't take away from
If
it,
you
but
make-
at the same time, I think when you reach the level that you do, you also can be a lot more vocal.
Mm.
And I think they do things quietly, and I get that because they don't necessarily need the press, but at the same time, you can be a little more vocal. And not for nothing, I do halfway feel away about Jay-Z with the NFL. Like, we did the NFL blackout, and then you just signed on to their team, and there was nothing to explain to
There
us
was
anything.
nothing. Oh no, Jay-Z don't do press.
All right, I'm gonna give you
Jay-Z
pushback.
don't do.
Wait, I'm
he
gonna
don't
give you pushback about
explanations.
that.
Son will
Right.
just do things and that be
okay,
it.
You know where
I'm
I'm
gonna
going?
let you- yeah.
I'm gonna let you
I'm-
talk.
no, no,
I'm
no,
gonna let
go
you
ahead,
talk.
go
No,
ahead,
no,
go
no.
ahead, go ahead.
Go,
Jay-Z
go.
just do things and that's it. He ain't gonna
Right,
make no
but the
statements.
thing about it, he does things quietly for black people. Like he's not an
Yeah.
outspoken person, but
Yeah.
look at my work instead of look at my words.
Mm-hmm.
Akira didn't like that. We said that Jay-Z said we're past kneeling when it
We're
came to
not.
the.
Do Cap got a job?
He didn't.
Do Cap have a job? No.
Colin does not have a job.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
no,
we
I hear,
watch
I get,
what
I get what
happened.
you're saying.
And I feel like he held the cards enough to be like, my man Cap better have a job. If you want me to sign on to this to say that y'all good now,
Right.
So this is what I was gonna say. I ain't even gonna ask how you feel about the Kendrick performance.
oh, I
But
loved it.
would we
100%
have
too. I
ever
was
about to say.
seen the Kendrick performance if Jay-Z wasn't in that position?
We wouldn't have
Thank
not
you.
seen
We
that.
would have
Kendrick
seen
no.
went black,
We wouldn't have
black.
not-
No, no, no.
We would've-
He went
blackity
nigga
black.
shit, nigga shit, nigga shit, nigga shit, nigga shit,
Yo, I
nigga
seen that.
shit.
Yo, I seen that meme.
I'm gonna send it to you. I'm gonna send it to you.
But at
This
the-
is what white people hear. Nigga shit, nigga shit, nigga shit.
I was
Sorry,
crying.
mad editing we got to do.
it's a lot of symbolism. Not saying Kendrick isn't about that life because Kendrick is black.
100% about that
Right.
life. That's a fact.
It's symbolism at that point, right? It's a conversation starter. I need tangible things. I do. I need tangible things, and I know at some point, I don't know if it's still happening. The NFL was supposed to be making sure they put money back into the communities. Specifically that players have asked them to do so for. But at the same time, it also comes with also the same glitz and glamour and encouragement of getting more black bodies in that field that we know causes a lot of TBIs. You know what I'm saying? Like they're trading their bodies in.
That's a fact.
Day in
They
and day out.
are.
Yep.
And not for nothing, for the longest, even when they were doing testing on concussions and whatnot, up until a couple of years ago, if I'm not mistaken, it was in the paperwork that black men specifically weren't as intelligent as white men, so the testing wasn't the same. So when they're saying that these concussions are happening, don't believe them because they weren't intelligent to begin with. So that was a few years ago. Those things matter. And I can't say I'm not in the rooms where Jay-Z is having these conversations or not having these conversations. But I think those things need to be addressed. That's not something you keep to yourself. That's not something you keep quiet.
All right. You're saying they need to be addressed like publicly.
Yes.
Like these are things he should be talking about.
Like you're getting the backlash and you're going to make money regardless. But I think it's important if you want to inspire and if you want to influence to talk about these things. I'm from Brooklyn. You could live in Bed-Stuy at a point for a reasonable price. He partnered and did the Barclay. Love the Barclay because it's a spot in Brooklyn. But after that,
now what?
Bed-Stuy is the new Manhattan. Not for nothing.
Yeah.
So where you're thinking, oh, we're doing good things. There's businesses in downtown Brooklyn, this, that, and the third. Now black folks can't really
kicking
live
out
there.
families.
Because aren't they changing? I forgot one of the arenas to like a casino, or they were in
That was
talks
like-
of doing
Yeah,
it.
was like-
and you know it creates revenue, but now
Right.
it's the new hot spot for gentrification.
Yep, rent go up.
Yep.
$3,000 for a box.
Like
Yep.
you know, I still got family that live in the
Yeah,
city.
you know them city apartments are small.
I got
as
friends
fuck.
that live
Crazy.
in the P's in Harlem. Why is market rent for a 1-bedroom $2,600 in the project?
Wow.
Stop
yeah.
it.
In the project, it is
Stop.
$2,600.
And you on the 30th
Listen.
floor.
I'm about to fill out a
I mean,
fast
my
fund
rent
and
is
go back to
$2,300.
school and
Like
stay on
this
campus.
is crazy.
That's-
And you know what I'm saying? And then the
I'm about to fill out
lotteries,
FAFSA, go back to school and stay on campus.
Like, that would be like, what are we doing? What are we doing?
That's so bad.
So-
Because is that not like college type shit?
Yeah,
Paying
it
that
is.
much
It
for
is.
somewhere to stay.
Yeah, so where Brooklyn was affordable, not no more. So they're shifting to Harlem,
Mm.
and now they're shifting to the Bronx.
Which
Like
is
I-
crazier.
Right. Bronx it's not hills. in
Its
the Bronx.
own world.
Yeah.
It's like
And it's far. When I was living there, I was like, I'm not dating nobody in another borough because who's traveling an hour and a half? I'm not doing it.
Facts.
I'm not
Dating
getting
anybody in
on
another
nobody's
borough.
train forever to go.
I mean, I
chill
like
with
it.
him.
My cousin lived there. It's right off the highway. I'm good to go. But
No,
it is.
I wasn't doing it.
'Cause
That
it's
was the
it's
thing.
at the peak of the highway. It's like, you know,
Right,
it's
right.
right there.
Yeah.
You coming
I
from
know that.
Albany, you got maybe 10 minutes.
Yes.
Before you get to Bronx. Like,
Yeah,
you good.
no,
you
that's
in
the
there.
first place you
That's
hit.
a fact.
So now I gotta drive. For me, I gotta drive
First
through
place
the Bronx,
you in.
through Queens, and then I hit Brooklyn.
right.
Right? So I was like,
So
oh no, I wasn't dating nobody.
All right. We got another call. We got another
Bad.
call. I love this conversation. All right. Welcome to Ask Akira.
Ew.
You can remain anonymous or you can state your name.
Hello.
Hi.
I remain anonymous.
Okay. Ask Akira.
Hi, Akira.
Hi, how are
My
you?
question is, I'm good. Why do men deflect or shift blame when confronted about dishonesty? And how can I address this pattern in a healthy way?
I'm gonna stay out of this.
Emotional manipulation.
Yeah.
Not wanting to take accountability. But I think it's important to stay steadfast and don't get into the emotional part of things where you get so flustered and upset that because you recognize what's happening in that moment. But if you give into the emotional piece of things, they get to change the trajectory of the conversation. If you know you asked a specific question and they're bringing up something that didn't have anything to do with the
Nothing to do with
conversation
it.
at the time. No. You had time where you could have brought up whatever concerns or needs you had.
Mhm.
I am asking you this specifically. And you continue to ask the question over and over. Stop going around. You continue to ask the question until you get the answer.
Mhm.
Because it is manipulation, because
Yep.
then you have to take accountability for being dishonest. You don't have to take responsibility for doing something wrong. So it's important to continue to be like, no, that's not what we're
Not
talking
what I
about.
asked you.
If-
That's a fact.
If it was that important, you would have said, "Hey, I want to talk to you." That's not
Akira,
what
can you
happened.
stop talking about me, please?
Oh, so you're toxic?
Can you
That's what
let
I'm
her
hearing.
finish? So you toxic. That's a fact.
Finish your
That's
thought.
what I'm hearing.
Finish your thought.
That's what
That's
I'm
what
mad
hearing.
triggered.
Because and not all men, but some men are selfish. They're selfish because
Okay.
once they become honest and give a woman 100% of the right to choose what they want to do, they know they lose that person.
Mm.
Wow.
And why would I
Okay.
do that?
That's
I'm gonna keep you around.
right.
I like what you do for me. I like the way you make me feel. Nah, I'm not gonna let you go. I'm gonna keep you.
Shoo.
It's selfishness. It all boils down to being super selfish. I'm gonna say whatever I can or do to keep this person around.
Mm-hmm.
And either I'm
So how do
gonna
you
lock
not?
it up and wife them, or I'm gonna leave them
Mm.
until I find something better.
So how do you not tap into the emotional part of it?
I'm just a logical thinker by nature. Like
Mhm.
About fact.
I think you have to kind of, if you're going into a conversation, you kind of got to give yourself a pep talk. If you know this person is capable of emotional manipulation, and tactics to deflect, you kind of have to just take a deep breath and take your time. Don't just respond. Active listening. You
Okay.
listen to understand.
Oh, that's good.
I love
That's
active
good.
listening.
I know-
Active, listen to
that
understand.
I know I'm not supposed
I
to talk.
love that phrase, active
You
listening.
listen to understand,
I
and even if
love
you
that.
understand the person is trying to be emotionally
That's a
manipulative or
fact.
deflect.
I know I'm not supposed to talk. Shell told me like before you got here, shut up when they're asking questions. But I'm gonna give a gem about us men. We're stupid from 12 to 60, 70, 80. We all think the same. We're stupid.
Fact.
If you ignore us,
It just gets worse.
we're running and chasing, trying to straighten everything out, trying not to lie to you no more, trying to get our shit together, cut off the side bitches and this all that other stuff. If you ignore us, and this is the crazy part too.
But what
If
happens when you get that attention again?
Oh wait,
Mm.
wait. Say again.
What happens when you get the attention
They
again
go
from the
back
person
What
you wanted?
from the lady?
From the person you wanted from?
Yeah, like she still has the power.
Exactly.
I strongly recommend to continue to ignore when that attention is coming around and everything, because you gotta. This is so messed up.
So you're saying to
'Cause
continue to ignore the man?
Yeah.
Okay.
Teach me how to heal.
Right.
Like down boy,
Yeah.
down boy. No, not further. Further down.
Uh-huh.
We're dumb. Like I'm sorry, we're dumb.
But the thing is, once you get what you want, you go right back to what you were going to do anyway.
That's a fact. So I'm gonna shut up.
Like not for nothing. Yeah, you can ignore. And it's like a child. Not trying to be disrespectful, but it is like a child.
It
You don't
is.
like the behavior, you ignore it so that they stop. But it's not a permanent solution. It's just not.
Okay.
Give her the permanent solution.
Shit, I'm
Walking away.
I think it comes from open communication. To be honest, letting someone
Transparency.
feel okay with not being okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like knowing that they have flaws.
Mm.
Like you could tell them all the things that they do wrong, yeah. But some people double down and say, well, if I'm this bad, then I might have just remain that way. Talk about the things that you can do better or how you can grow together. No shaming. I think that's hard when you shame somebody. When you can cut somebody out, you can. It make you feel good in the moment. But do you get
What did
what
you get
want?
across?
Right. Do you get what you want as the outcome?
Mm.
Like I can read somebody for filth, but if I want them to do better, I just make them cower in that moment. I don't give them a safe space to say, yes, I'm flawed.
Yeah.
I don't know how to fix it.
Mm-hmm. No, that's a
You know? So
Don't give them this.
Okay. All right. I appreciate that, and I'm gonna take that and apply it and see what
Yes.
happens.
Thank you so much
Thank
for
you.
calling
for
in,
calling
Anonymous.
in.
That was so fire. That was
All
dope.
right.
Yes.
Bye bye.
So finish your thought.
I mean, I think that's all humans, not just men. If I'm not, I don't know, I'll say a flaw of mine. I'm not super effective. I didn't grow up with it, so it's something I had to learn to do more.
Mm.
And it was just not a thing for me. I would walk in the house past my partner. He'd be like, bro, like, what are you, hello? I'm like, my bad. And I got to double back. And
be
for
his
me,
mother.
it's not
That's
a
crazy.
big thing.
No, because it is something you have to learn. I'm not gonna lie. I'm the same way.
Because
I was the
men-
same way. It was
Yeah.
very
No,
much just
because-
like, okay, you're
I'm
here.
so
Yeah,
immature.
No, because
You gotta be his mom,
men-
or because you didn't say
men
hello.
are-
What is the thing?
we are 90%
It's like, all right, I'm
affection.
here. Like, what up?
Right,
We
and
are 90% affectionate,
and
so
I'm just walking in like, okay, I'm coming to chill with you.
Doing
I'm
your
here.
thing.
I'm physically
And,
here.
but no, I know what you mean, because in my past I dealt with a person that's not affectionate. I dealt with a person that's not affectionate, and it used to irk me because I'm like, yo, 90% of everything I do for this relationship, all I need is affection. Like,
Yeah.
but how do you resolve that from a person that's
So,
not so affectionate?
Something I learned is people love you the way they want to be loved. So if you notice you're getting words of affirmation, if you notice there's a lot of physical touch, that's the
Right.
way they want to be.
Right.
So I had to learn that. If I'm hearing, oh, you look cute today, you're this, and I'm like, okay, he's needing that from me.
My
Mhm.
God.
I am
No, that's a fact. You're right.
I'm an acts of service person.
That's a fact.
I'm a caregiver. So, oh, I heard him mention he might need X, Y, and Z. I just go buy it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, he needed X, Y. I'm gonna go do it.
I
Oh, he
hate
ran out of this
Akira.
at the house. Those are the things I need. So I love that way.
Yeah.
Right.
So it's hard to shift the way you love, but they're telling you in the way they treat you.
Mm-hmm.
So I think if you pay attention to the way a partner is treating you,
Yo,
then
That's
you know how
a
to love them.
we cutting
Facts.
Akira short.
That is
like
a
real
fact.
short.
Like literally.
Like we're
I
cutting her
do.
short.
I
That's
do a
a
lot.
fact.
I don't sit down. That's just who me. Like my friends are like, Akira, you can't. You're doing too much. Sit down, chill. That's how I expect to be loved.
Mm-hmm.
And when people don't, then I get annoyed, and then I get hyper independent.
Like, why are you talking to me
Like,
right now?
oh, I needed you to move the refrigerator out the house. Oh, you're taking too long. I'm gonna carry the refrigerator, and that literally happened. I carried the refrigerator.
Akira, what's
outside.
your sign?
I'm gonna say.
Very close to Capricorn. Same damn thing. Because that is exactly me. Like, done. Like, because I'm not gonna ask you things a lot.
I
To be
can't.
completely honest, I'm not. I probably won't ask you for anything.
Right.
That's not my thing. And
I'm
I'm definitely
terrible.
gonna ask you. I'm definitely not
terrible.
gonna ask you something over and over and over.
I'm not. If I
Like, nah.
yeah, if I
No.
ask you, and asking 3 times is a lot. Now I'm mad.
I am a very like
Now I'm mad.
asking twice.
Right.
It's like
If I give you 3, now I'm tight. Now we're gonna fight. Now I'm gonna say everything under the sun because, like, why didn't you just do the thing? Like you see
just
it.
do the thing.
You saw it.
That's a
Then you
fact.
saw it the same way I saw it. So why didn't you do the thing?
That's
Are
a
you kidding me?
Kara
That's
is
a
triggered.
fact.
Yo.
No,
No,
that's
She is
fact.
triggered right now.
My kids do it. I have
Yeah.
a 16-year-old where it's like, and I've watched her. Something will fall. She'll step over it.
Like, yo,
You
stop
saw it to step over it. Pick it up. What is wrong with you? I watched you step over it. I should pick it up and throw it at you. Why are you so violent? Why wouldn't you pick it
Why
up?
would you?
Why wouldn't you pick it up? Why wouldn't you pick it up? I don't even understand.
That's a fact.
So so I know I love the way I want to be loved.
Yep.
And I have to, I learned over the years to do better with watching the way the person loves me. And I'm like, my thing is like, if I'm up under you, you should know. But sometimes you want to hear it.
Mhm.
You want to feel it. So I can't say, oh, I expect you to know to do the things for me. And then at the same time, not walk up to you and say, hey, you look good today, or touch you, or just snuggle up under you. Like, it's unfair.
Yo,
Yeah.
Akira is a dude.
I am.
She's
I
a
hear that all the
dude.
time.
She's straight up a dude. Cause like literally, I'm
All the
over here
time.
like, get her out of here. Cause I
All the time.
go
Nah,
through
she's
that a lot.
fucking-
My homegirls
But-
laugh at me.
She's killing.
all
She's on
the time.
point.
They be like, what is wrong with you? Like,
Akira's a dude. Straight up a dude. Like, hey,
She's killing.
yo,
She's
y'all
on
see why?
point.
You see why I begged for her to be on though, right?
No,
that's
because
a
every
fact.
rebuttal that I'll be trying to think of, no, she nails it the next sentence.
I mean, I
so
could give some
respect it.
rebuttals,
No, I
but
could give a
Akira's on
rebuttal
fire.
for her,
But when
She's
I
on
grew
fire,
up,
and
I
it's
grew
not
up
about
with a bunch
male,
of boys.
female.
No.
I did. Like, they were better than having female friends because they would be like
That's all I
catty,
hung
and it's just
around
like,
was the
y'all gonna
boys.
fight or
That's
not?
all I was around was the
Yeah.
boys.
If you're not about the fight, then
I'll
I don't
tell you,
I don't
all I was around was
care.
Y'all was
boys.
around nothing but boys.
All right. Y'all gonna fight?
Yeah.
If you're not gonna fight, is it that big of a deal?
Mhm.
Yo, there was some dude that every female was thirsty, from young, married, all that other stuff, right? Her first time coming into my job during the summer, she was fussing. I was like, I don't know who she is, but I need to take care of her. She comes in, it's like, I don't even know why I'm here. I don't even got an office, right? It was like 2 dudes that like smashed probably the whole building of my job and everything, staring at her.
That's disgusting.
Just staring at her and everything. She didn't even care. She didn't even care. She wasn't even looking that way. None of that stuff. All right, they wasn't what they say short kings. They wasn't short kings. They was like 6'3", 6'4", 6'5", 6'6". And Kara, all she cared about was getting an office.
Where's my shit? That's the fact. Like, where's my office?
Different.
Like, what are y'all talking about?
She's different.
Yeah,
different.
I'm a friend. Work smarter, not harder.
Facts.
Like, why?
Show me to my office, please.
Like, yeah. Like, if you want
And
me
I
to
did.
make
I
phone
showed her
calls,
my
where am I
office.
making phone calls
Showed
from?
her my.
I was
You
like,
can sit right here.
you can have my spot.
Yo.
You can. I don't know. Are you hungry?
Very hospitable. He's very hospitable. Very hospitable.
And
It's
then
like,
she,
what?
and then she gets up, be like, "Why are you doing all this?" Like,
Like, I'm just fussing just to fuss because it's stupid.
Right.
Like, I'm okay with calling things stupid, and I don't care if you're an administrator. I'm gonna call it stupid.
That's a fact.
Facts.
What's
Like,
up?
feel away,
What's up?
fix it, fix it, so I don't call it stupid anymore. Like, why are we doing this? I hate doing dumb stuff over and over again. It makes I get so annoyed. I'll be like, I'm not doing that. I'll be like, you want to do it? He'd be like, well, I'll do it. No, don't do it. 'Cause it's stupid. Why are we doing this? If everybody band together and don't do it, they know it's stupid and we don't got to do it.
because I don't have that power.
What?
I
You
don't have
do,
that power.
though.
I do not have that
You
power.
have a
Akira
union.
got.
Yes, you do. You have the power.
You're right. You're
Uh-huh.
absolutely right about
Like,
that. But I
uh-huh.
do not have the
Not
power
doing stupid
Akira
stuff.
has because
doing stupid
literally all types of positions
I'm not
like
doing dumb
respect her.
Mm.
Like
I'm
she
doing
did some.
it.
She did some. I
As
can't
they
even talk
should.
about it. She did some gangster shit. Like what? 5 days ago, I was like, oh my god! Like she punked. She punked someone that was up there. And I will give the details, but that person probably following me.
I mean,
she
that's- I
and
think-
she wasn't
I was
cursing.
like, don't.
She wasn't no. She wasn't cursing. She wasn't.
sure she
her
wasn't.
aura.
You-
All she did was walk up to
It's
that
a way
person.
to
and was like,
professionally
"Hi,
tell somebody about themselves. And
hi, I'm the one that emailed you." And I'm like, "Oh my
What's
god, let me
up?
walk
We
away."
got another caller.
Yes, we have another call.
All right.
that.
Hello, welcome to X Akira. Akira.
Where's these jingles coming from?
know,
Like,
right?
this is it's like a different jingle every time.
Wait till I take this clip.
You know Shakira.
Wait till I take this clip.
Akira, stop it.
I'm gonna take this whole clip. And
Hello.
this whole clip.
I can't be excited. to hear from you. Hi, you can be anonymous
can be
or
anonymous.
say your name because the host just got on me. Ask Akira, what's your question? Are you there?
Oh, now I'm here. Hello,
Okay,
can
now
you
you're
hear me?
here. You can rename anonymous or you can state your name.
Millie.
All right, Millie Rock. Akira got the floor. The co-host gonna shut up.
Okay. Hi, Kira.
Hi, how are you?
Good.
That's
So, I have a question. I just want to know, how do you hold on to a relationship when you have so much going on in your life? Like you have a lot of positive things going on, like great job, wonderful kids. And it's just like, how do you keep that fire without it feeling like a second job?
you're not. That feeling isn't
Feeling
going
like
to
a
change.
second job.
Well,
That's
what
how-
if feels like a second job?
Yes,
So there's a couple
fact.
things.
Jesus Christ.
Isn't that-
If
Not
it,
like that.
if
That's
it
how it
feels
feels
like a second
sometimes,
job, do you
'cause
really
like-
want to be in it?
Ooh,
Oh, that's a good question.
ooh.
Like, do you? Like, not for not. Like, if it feels like a second job, it sounds obligatory more than something you want.
Mm.
So maybe ask
No,
yourself
and I don't think-
that.
Yeah.
Because relationships
And it's
are
like
work.
I
Don't
want to
get me
be in
wrong.
it, but I just feel like work is crazy, and then I just be tired. So it's like I don't want to do the stuff I used to, if that makes sense.
I can understand that, but I think in partnerships, right? I believe that it's not always 50-50. I think sometimes somebody has to give a little more. So if you're
Right.
lacking at this moment in time, which isn't probably going to be permanent, then your partner picks up that slack. But if your partner can't and is just complaining about it,
Why are you there?
and you're feeling like
Sorry.
it's a second job, then it might not be the fit
Yeah.
for you.
This is an inside joke.
But how
Your
do you
partner
have
do the
that
dishes.
conversation,
Sorry.
though?
Go ahead.
You haven't. So
Go ahead. What you said?
is your partner complaining at all?
No, absolutely not. Like it's
So
not
then-
like
This is your feeling.
he doesn't complain. Yeah, it's a me thing.
Okay.
Oh, so even
Like he doesn't complain. He doesn't like.
so he seems content.
Like he does do dishes.
So he seems content, is what you're saying.
Yeah, yeah. But then how do I have a conversation that I'm not like?
So yeah, it
I'm
sounds like
feeling
it's a you
pressured.
thing. I don't think it's
Right.
fulfilling you.
Mm.
I don't think it's fulfilling you, and I think it's hard to have that conversation because, especially if
Right.
the other party isn't unhappy, you'd have to be the bearer of bad
Right.
news that you are.
Yeah.
Mm.
Which I feel is okay, right?
Yeah,
Akira?
I mean, and maybe it's something that you can talk your way through, or maybe it's a conversation like it's just not working for you.
Right.
You know, I don't think anyone should waste each other's time.
Oh, I heard that.
Like,
Okay.
you know what I'm saying? If you
So,
know
like,
it ain't
it's
working
like-
for you, then maybe, you know, you're I like Michael B. Jordan, so I'm gonna say maybe your Michael B. Jordan is elsewhere.
Right. That's
You
true.
know what I'm saying? Like, it just is what it is. But I think it's important to start that conversation. If you feel like you're unhappy or something is lost or is not fulfilling, I think it's important to, you know, set up the moment.
Right. And
Try
it's
to
not-
try to
I
do
think,
some open communication. Like, listen, I'm not trying to offend you. I just want to have.
Right.
I think start it off with, how are you feeling in this relationship?
Uh-huh.
Mhm.
Yes.
Ask how they're feeling, because maybe they just haven't told you and they're just biting a bullet right now.
Right. Okay.
So I think.
So let me
both-
ask you a second question,
Sure.
follow-up question. So I want to go back to what you said before. When you were saying not everything is 50-50.
Right. All the time.
How do you have the conversation that you can't give your 50?
That you can't what?
How do you start that? That you can't give your 50, not there for your 50 right now. Like you need help.
I think it's okay
Like you're
to
gonna
ask for
need
help.
to get the
Mhm.
80.
I
So
think
how do
men.
you start the conversation though?
I think men by nature want to be providers and helpers.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
So I'd say
I
appeal
agree.
to the ego, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Appeal to the ego. Listen, I'm struggling a little bit right now, and there are a couple of things that I just need your help with. And I'd really like it if you do, and you insert whatever the things that you need to be done. And how do you feel about that? Do you feel like it's too much? I'm not saying it's permanent, but I'm
Okay.
saying because all of these things are happening right now. I'm asking, can you help me? And most men, that'll appeal to the ego because they feel needed.
Mhm. Right.
Now, if he's like, nah, you need to do your part, then you already feel like it's a job. So tell him, go ahead.
Mm-hmm.
I hear that.
Like,
Mm-hmm.
less of a head. A lot more women are single these days because it's not worth the headache. It's really not.
Right.
If you got kids and a good job and other things going on, sometimes it's okay to just have those things.
Right.
I'm just saying.
But then when you start to feel that complacent, like so it's like you just like it's just emotion and it's a habit and it's a
Everybody's on
that.
autopilot
Almost a
right now.
routine.
It's autopilot.
Yes.
Everybody's on
It's
autopilot right now.
routine.
Yes,
Exactly.
it's a
Yes.
routine. That's sad.
Yeah, autopilot is not a good
Ain't
thing.
nobody getting no nuts.
Nah.
So if
autopilot's
you're
not a
in
good thing.
autopilot mode,
Some gotta change.
And just a little bit of nuts.
Just a little bit of nuts.
A little bit of
then I think you need to
When I
have that
ain't busting no
conversation.
nuts.
I think
crazy.
it's about, hey, you know, I want to do a check-in. How are you feeling right now? I'd like to express how I'm feeling right now.
Great conversation.
And I think that relationships sometimes can be contractual, not like in the legality part of things, but an agreement. Hey, this is what we're doing for these next 3 months. And then we revisit this contract after these 3 months.
Love that.
And we talk about it, and we're going to shift from that point.
That
I
sounds
think
awesome.
because
Yes, I like
relationships
that
are
idea
work.
too.
They are not easy.
Akira
Goodness,
is
they're
not
not
invited
easy.
back up here.
Kira's gonna mess around and be
No,
our
I
new
really-
host.
no, I'm
Nah,
They're
that's a great
not.
communication
They're
starter.
not. There's some times where you're taking
Yes.
on 80 to 100% of it, and your partner ain't doing shit.
Mhm.
And it's a lot. And there's resentment that lives in it. And trying to
Right.
heal yourself from that resentment and not wanting to kind of poke the bear because you feel like you can. Because you've done X, Y, and Z for X amount of time. And now you're
Right.
going to feel what it feels like when I felt it. Oof. It's a lot. Oh, gosh, it's a lot. I'm still learning. I go to therapy myself. because there are
I
things that
tried that, and they
happen.
told me I had the skills. I don't need it no more.
Who told you that?
Her therapist.
That's not how it. That's not how it works. He
Yeah,
shouldn't tell you you
then-
shouldn't need therapy no more. That's not how it works.
Yeah, then that therapist wasn't a good therapist.
That's not. Nah, that's not
Right.
it for
Because
you, sis.
we're forever growing, forever learning.
Right.
Yes.
So there's you don't
to not need it no
therapy.
more. That don't make
Not
sense.
for nothing. Also, bring your partner to therapy.
That's what I said.
Sometimes it's good to have that mediator.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Bring that mediator, because sometimes I don't speak the language my partner is speaking. I don't know what the hell he be saying either. And sometimes he has to hear it from someone else who can say it differently because he doesn't hear it from me the same. And vice versa. Well, we got to sit with therapists because I'm like,
They
I
take
don't know
that
what
third
it is you're
party.
talking about, and you don't know what I'm talking about. So we got to sit
Right.
with these person to, sift through
Figure out
everything
what
that
we're talking
saying.
about. That's a fact.
Like, so no, I don't think there's oh no, you're cured, you don't need therapy.
That's
that
not a thing.
therapist probably wasn't the best therapist.
Nah.
All right, we got to cut
That
Akira
therapist just
off
didn't have
because
no more
I can't
answers.
afford.
That's what that was.
Exactly. You are probably too
Well, I
emotionally
appreciate
intelligent
you.
for that
And
therapist.
that's a fact.
Wait, hold on.
It's like
Like,
that.
let's have the last word from our caller because
Yes. Thank you
Akira's
for calling,
spitting
caller.
gems and everything. I feel like she's gonna tax me like later down. Like,
No,
what's your
not
cash
at
app?
all.
Right.
Go ahead.
You need to.
Yeah, go ahead. You
I
got
do
the floor. Go
appreciate it.
ahead.
Like I think you gave me some things to think about
Okay.
and some steps to take. So I truly appreciate you.
No problem
That's
at all. I
awesome.
hope I can help.
Yes. Now I'm gonna go talk to
Have
mommy and my
that-
man.
Have that
listen, take you-
conversation.
Yeah.
Yes.
Take you a shot of something or a glass of wine,
Okay.
And then
and then
Yes.
ease into it.
thank you so much for calling in.
Definitely
Thank
shut me down on start
you.
like that. Thank you guys.
So we want to say thank you to all our callers. Thank you for calling in. Thank you
was
for
dope.
supporting us. Definitely. Continue to support Catch Me After 5 on all platforms: Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, I think TikTok. If not, whatever.
We'll get
But yeah, we're back. Vel had another question. What's up?
No, I mean, from that last caller, I just had a question. When is the proper time that women take accountability? Because that last caller, I felt like that was her fault. But because she didn't
Fault?
communicate that. No, I'm just saying at the end, she
Yeah.
didn't communicate that to her, her partner the whole time.
Well, I think it's also sometimes asking for a perspective.
Right.
So I think she wasn't sure how to address it, but I think it's important to tap in with friends that are emotionally intelligent, not the toxic ones. To be able to kind of gather thoughts and figure out how to address certain things. Because if your partner doesn't know better, they can't do better, right?
Sure.
So for her, where she's like, well, I'm having these feelings, I don't think she thought that maybe her partner could be having those feelings too. So I think it's important to surround yourself with people that are often doing better or similar to you, because then you can tap in for some advice sometimes that doesn't cause conflict. That is a healthy way of moving forward in your relationship. So sometimes I got friends that can pull up, and if we want to flatten tires, we can do that.
Let's
You
do
flatten
it.
all four though. No, you don't
That's-
flatten all four because then insurance covers it.
At
Flatten
least
3.
one or two.
You
Yeah.
flatten, two, you
One or
flatten
two,
up
that's
to
a
3.
fact. Yeah,
up
yeah.
to 3, and insurance won't cover it. I've never done this before, but it's what I've heard.
I'm kind of scared of you now.
I know I've never done it.
Allegedly.
I'm too cute for jail. So
Allegedly,
I don't
that's
do
a
certain
fact.
things. But then I have friends that will challenge me in my thought process,
Right.
and will say, well, Akira, if you don't like it, why are you settling? Or why are you putting up with this? Or why haven't you said X, Y, and Z? So I have friends on both sides of the fence, and it's good to have like a healthy amount of perspective. Otherwise, you end up doing nonsensical things that get you in trouble. And at the end of the day, this person's going to move on and keep living with another person or cheating or whatever. And
Right.
you in trouble for what?
Mm-hmm.
All right, I'll shut up now. All
All right. We about to get into our next segment. So you guys know we always got to do a game, right? So our game today is going to be Never Have I Ever. Classic Never Have I Ever. All right. So let's do our first question. Never have I ever quit a job in my head before actually clocking out.
So wait, we supposed to take a shot if that's true? Or-
If you've done it, yes. Never have I ever quit a job in my head before actually clocking out.
Hold
Well,
I mean,
haven't,
I just
'cause
started
say I quit
working.
aloud.
I'm about to say
at
I
work.
just started working for the man a year ago, so I would say no.
No, if the day is annoying, I quit aloud. I go, I quit. Don't
that's
ask me
fire.
for nothing for the rest of the day.
Yeah.
Like I quit aloud. I go,
She
I
quit
quit.
while she still got her
I
job.
I earn my paycheck.
Today I quit.
I go, I quit. I earn my paycheck today. Don't talk to me. So I quit aloud. I don't quit my.
But did you actually quit the job?
No, absolutely not.
No. Just in your head.
Yo, but
just
what-
in your
but I
head,
do.
right?
But I do.
Hold on.
How many coworkers believe her? Like, yo, don't talk to her today. Like, she
No.
quit.
They know that I've hit my limit.
Leave me alone.
And we're at the end of the day. Don't
I'm
ask me.
good.
That's what that's going to be my next question. Like, who were you around?
Everybody, I don't care.
So does that mean you have to drink a
No, I haven't. I've never. Oh, I guess that means I do.
because
have
you
to
quit
drink.
in your head?
So you just
were-
at work
I didn't
saying.
quit in my head. I quit aloud.
You,
So
My
you just.
supervisor will
she
be
made an
sitting
announcement,
right
like,
there,
yo.
and
That's
I'll
what I'm
go,
saying. Who was you around?
He's right there, and I go, I quit. Don't talk to me for it.
Yo.
I'm like,
That's fire, though.
as soon as all these buses
fact.
get out of
Because
here, don't
quit
ask
on
me
certain
for nothing.
days.
don't ask me for
Don't ask me for
nothing.
nothing. And he laughed at me, but I quit aloud. They hear me.
One day he
I'm
gonna
not
look
gonna
at her and
lie.
Ow,
take
did
her
you just
mad
drink?
Serious.
Oh, that's why I said this
Oh, I
game
thought
is
you
not,
drank to the
not bad. Like,
thing, browski.
my bad. I was just wanting to have a drink.
All right,
My
now
bad.
you good. All right, next question. Never have I ever been ready to risk it all until I check my account balance.
Shit.
Yikes.
God dang it.
I'm gonna
Like,
drink.
Nah,
Wait,
because
hold on.
I don't give a. If
I'm
it's
not
that
drinking this
bad,
whole shot. But
if it's that bad, I don't
Crash
care
out.
what's in my balance. I don't care. I'm out. It is not worth my sanity.
All right. Next question. Never have I ever said I'm not drinking tonight, then end up the drunkest
God.
one there. That's a fact.
I've said I'm
I'm running out
not
of
drinking
drink.
tonight and then drank.
Hey.
Drunkest one, no.
Yeah.
I'm not the
Look how
drunkest
conservative she is.
Nah,
compared to
nah.
us.
one. Or I
Take
hold
that
my
shot.
liquor
I don't know,
very
Akira. You
well.
might have to
that
drink
shot.
to this
I'll
one.
take a little bit.
Yeah.
I hold my liquor.
Mm.
Not a lot of get me.
Okay,
That
bet.
shit.
All right.
I'm watching your cup.
Never have I ever flirted my way into getting something for free.
Oh, look, she picking
Then
up on
act that
flirting.
shot.
She picking up on flirting.
Then act that shot when it worked. That's fucking awesome.
There is a such thing called pretty privilege, and I play into it very well. I don't care.
I ain't taking that shit.
That's a fact.
Oh, my bad. Pretty privilege. Take advantage
witnessed.
of it.
I witnessed the privilege.
Pretty privilege all day.
Listen, it's a thing.
It is.
Never have I ever made a pros and cons list for talking to someone then ignoring all the cons.
Oh, I never did
Hell
that.
yeah.
I never
Like
did that.
what? We all did that shit.
I
Don't
never
do
did
that.
that.
Get out of here, Al.
I never did. I don't got the patience to write pros and cons down. Like,
Not even
you
necessarily
gotta have
right.
one con and
So
I
in
fucking
your
hate your
head-
life.
Not
Oh,
even
in your head.
No.
Oh, in your head?
Yeah, not even necessarily right. Nobody's sitting there with paper and pen like, okay, they got this, they got that. No, you were in your head like, nah, she
I've
got
done
this
both
and that, but I
ways.
fucks with it.
I write it in my
Right,
notes.
You say shit like that,
I
but
write it in my
fucks
notes.
with it.
You know, first of all, men probably know all the cons and go, fuck it.
Fuck it.
That's exactly what they do.
I wrote it on paper, printed it out, looked at it, and still
Said fuck it, right?
it said fuck it
Right.
in red ink.
And that's why you
It still said, fuck
Verbatim.
People
And
want
was
what they
still
want.
like,
it.
fuck
what they
it.
want.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Want what
The
they
dumbest decision ever.
want. People want what they want.
I took the shot, so.
There you go. As you should.
That's okay.
But I'm bet, yeah. That ends our game.
Yep. So, Shell gonna pull out her phone and everything because every episode, I said, Akira. Every episode, Shell ends with a spoken word type like quote, mainly a quote and everything. So, but before we do the quote, you've been on fire the whole time and everything. Can you close out something and then Shell will close out with her quote?
That's a fact. I love that.
I would say to people that encounter powerful or women in their power, don't be intimidated. Learn from them. Do better. Don't try to make them smaller or make them feel less than just because you can't reach a certain point. When you know better, you do better. So
That's
if you can learn how to do better from somebody else, take that advice. Just do better. It ends well for you in the long run. Whether you end up with that person, whether that person is just a friend telling you like, yo, you just got to be better. Take that advice. Don't take it to heart. They care about you enough to tell you the truth instead of talking behind your back, because 9 times out of 10, other people see it. They just not telling you to your face. They talking about you. So just do better.
Facts.
So that would be the way I would end things.
Yes.
And I'm her manager. She don't know yet. I'm her manager because she's gonna be asked to come on every podcast in Albany. But
Let's
wait,
go,
wait.
manager.
Shout, my bad. This is your first
ever.
ever. Clap it up for Akira.
I've never done it.
Catch
Savage.
me after 5.
All I'm saying is just don't forget about us.
Oh,
Catch
never.
me
Small
after
people.
5.
I'm
Never,
about to say
never.
the little peoples.
I knew Akira was gonna be fired tonight.
Never.
But Shell, in your hands.
All right, guys, bet. Powerful or power? Either way, you're the whole damn impact. Walking it. Like Sherry said, more connects us than separates us. Power isn't about who's intimidated. It's about who rises. Stand tall. Evolve without fear. And never let anyone dim your light.
Let's go.
That's good.
Catch
'cause
me
I'm
after
happy that I said what I said. 'cause
Catch
it
me
goes
after
hand in
5.
hand.
Fact.
I didn't even peep.
Wait. Say that again.
It goes hand in hand, and I didn't even peep. So that's really good.
Yeah.
Yes. And our food is here.
Okay.
Clap it up
We
for our
about to
food.
eat.
Okay.
We all about to eat good. Thank you.
Thank
Yo.
Kara,
you.
you've been
Yeah.
amazing. You've been amazing. Thank you so much. Like I
Thank you
said, I
for
had so
inviting
many
me.
rebuttals for you.
Thank you for
but then
inviting
the
me.
next sentence, you nailed it perfectly.
Damn.
So I had to internalize a lot of
We had to
rebuttals from her. Like, but I was like, God, yo, she's good. She's good. So,
Thank
Yeah,
you.
yo,
and all
thank
I-
you so much.
Thank
And
you.
all I did was just tap into my inner immaturity when she was hitting us with heavy
Yeah.
bars. I'm like, oh, I'm about to be immature right now.
Yeah.
Fire. Thank you so much, Akira.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right.
Hey.
Done.